Hey, it's Cyber Shane, and today I've got two green screens for you, Emart versus Elgato. Let's see which one's better. Setting up the Emart green screen is really easy. When you first take it out of the packaging, the tripod legs are pretty much going to just flop out on their own. Then you'll see it in a vertical state like this. Really easy. This just kind of twists. You twist it around, pull up on the bar, and put it into the notches on top. You would think that this would lock into place when it pivots, but it doesn't. Not as far as I can tell anyway. I did try tightening the screws in this spot, and it seems like it just kind of runs fluid between the positions. So if you're expecting to be able to lock it horizontal, lock it vertical, you're going to be disappointed. But you can lock it into place at the top here, and then you've got a section of green screen showing, and then you can adjust it from there. So there's two spots where you can adjust it. One is the top and one is the bottom. And so I can go down to the lowest point, which is where the tripod is. So don't expect to be able to really do any filming of your legs or feet and have it against some kind of magical fantasy world, because you've got that problem down at the bottom. But the top is great because you can go up to, I don't know, probably 7 feet or something. And being that I'm 6'4", that's awesome. I also have the sit-stand desk. I like to be able to go from gaming sitting to gaming standing, and having this at the highest height allows me to do that flawlessly. The screen is very wide. I can't quite reach. So it's over 6 feet, and in a large space it's fine. But you do have to keep that in mind if you're looking to put this in a smaller room. And then to put it back, you just pull this off the top, let it fall down. You'll see one side of the bar here of the main frame is heavier than the other, and it'll fall over. Then you can just pull up to unlock that and bring it into the highest position. Let that go to the side, and there you go. Now you could fold up the tripod legs if you want to, and whisk it away to your vehicle to go somewhere if you needed to. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend this for any windy locations. I wouldn't recommend this for the portability. I think this is best as just a home unit that you can shove in your closet when you're done. How to set up the Elgato green screen. First, take it out from under your couch or whatever hiding hole you've got it in. Second thing is, make sure that you flip out the feet. If you don't, this could flop over and damage itself or your wall or something. You got to be careful. I did that several times where I wasn't thinking, and I pulled it up and it kind of flopped over a little. And then you unlock the latches and open up the top and pull up. Super easy. Any kindergartner can do it. Make sure when you close it that you put the handle back down again and latch it up. Put the feet back, and you're ready to go to a park or whatever you want to do. I wouldn't use this anywhere windy. It's not bottom heavy enough. It could flop over on you. So this is me in front of the Emart 107-inch tripod green screen. And as you can see, the chroma key cropping isn't too bad. I might actually look like I'm in the jungles of New York City. And although it's significantly smaller, don't look too bad on the Elgato either. Now I'd like to talk about durability. So the first Emart green screen I received was used very good, but in reality it wasn't. I've received a lot of warehouse products that were used very good, and I couldn't tell the difference from brand new. This product had dents, it had scratches, and the worst part was the top hook was actually cracked across the top. And the problem with that is there's a lot of pressure being put on this when it's open, and I really didn't feel like it was going to last. So I reached out to customer service, and they offered a $15 refund. I didn't feel like that was worthwhile. Now I got to go to the store, buy epoxy, fix it, or tape it, or do something ugly. It's never going to look good. It's got all the scratches and dents. I wasn't happy with that. So I returned it, and I ended up with this one. Now looking at this one, I can see that the top hook is actually a two-piece design, and it's probably just stuck together with some adhesive in the middle here. So the problem with the original one may have been due to shipping and poor packing materials, or just a defect in the product, because I don't really think that this is a great design, honestly. With all the pressure being put on here, it seems very likely that eventually you'll develop some kind of a crack here or a separation. So the new one still had a couple of dents. One of them I was able to work out, which had divoted the screen. After a day or two, the screen went back to normal. I'm not too concerned about this, and they actually offered me a $21 refund on this. Now this one was considered used like new, so maybe that was to make up for the fact that it was a higher grade or quality than the original. I don't know. It seemed odd to me that they would offer a higher refund for one with less damage. But I took it. Fixed the dents myself, and I'll keep it. So I'm kind of concerned about the packing materials. It comes in a very thin box that's stapled shut. It has a thin plastic veil over it, and then there's some foam pieces that kind of center it in the box so it doesn't flop around too much. And based on the shape that my first one arrived in, I really don't believe that that provides adequate protection. And especially when I found my second one dented as well. So I would be definitely concerned about the product that you'll receive if you do order this. However, if you're satisfied enough and you can deal with the couple of issues and you don't mind that it's a little wobbly, I think it's a great unit, especially for tall people like me. Now for the Elgato. So really, the cat has no problems. This arrived perfectly, the shipping materials were great, and I don't have anything to say negative about the build quality at all. If I could say anything, I guess that the legs maybe were weighted a little bit more. It would make the whole unit a little bit heavier, but it would provide a little bit more of an anchor so that when it's up and waving in the wind, it's not going to fall over. I feel like a pretty slight breeze could flop this thing on its back if it's at the full height. The other thing that I read in the reviews is that the latches are prone to break, and obviously if you're lugging it around by the handle, that breaks, you're going to have some real problems. So I would be careful with the latches, and maybe you could find a way to anchor the feet a little bit better, but otherwise it's a pretty good unit. Seems very durable. It came in perfect condition. The packing materials were sufficient. No complaints. All right, let's talk verdict. So look, neither of these screens are amazing. Honestly, I'm just satisfied. The Emart screen's great. It's large, it's cheap, you can adjust the top and bottom independently. Fits my needs. The Elgato screen's too small, but if you need something a little bit smaller and more portable, could be a good fit. However, it's very expensive for what it is, and I think that you could probably find an alternative at a lower price point that'll fit your needs. So if you're choosing between these, I would maybe go elsewhere first and then settle for one of these if it doesn't work out. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you got a green screen that makes you feel all good inside, can you post about it in the comments so I can check it out? I'd really appreciate it.